Hello and welcome to a brand new Cornfed review. Today we'll be reviewing Captain America: Brave New World.
Captain.
Come and get me!
I'm here to stop this.
You're too late, Sam. The storm has already started.
Captain America: Brave New World stars Anthony Mackie as our brand new Captain America after the events of Endgame and the Thanos threat. So let's talk about it. Was it good? Did I like it? Are you gonna like it? Should you watch it? Let's talk about it. Okay, so I've had a few days to let this movie kind of simmer and really get my thoughts put together on this movie. And my overall kind of thought on this movie is it is the safest, most okayest movie probably of the entire MCU saga, like all of it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't bad. Like there's nothing I hate about it. There's nothing I can pinpoint that I just hate about it or just made me mad or was just the wrong move. But there's nothing I exceptionally loved about it. There are moments that I really liked, and those are particularly the action sequences. They're done really well. They're fast, and I love when a superhero movie or an action movie can be fast, but I don't get lost in the fast camera work. It's very solid, very fluid. You can see what's going on. You have really cool sequences when Captain America is literally surfboarding a freaking missile, and when the Red Hulk finally comes on screen, it is amazing. Like, you are pulled into it, you are enjoying it, you are loving every single second of it, and it is exactly how Hulk should be represented, bro. This is the first time I've seen Hulk do those giant like leaps since the 2003 one. Like, you see him jump like skyscrapers, like miles and miles and miles into the air. He jumps and he gets pulled forward by his chest. Like, he's strong, he's angry. When he hulks out, his clothes burn off from all of his anger. Like, it's so cool. And I have such a soft spot for Harrison Ford that I was eating it up. Harrison Ford did amazing in this movie. He killed it. Harrison Ford's character has the best character arc and the most interesting character arc throughout this whole movie. There are some good story elements here and there. I'm going to get into that. But his whole character arc of wanting to be better, wanting to be different, wanting to be president for the right reasons, and wanting to be better for his daughter and wanting to change, and that being a motivator was really interesting. Again, that might be biased because I love Harrison Ford. And that is why I give a little bit more of a pass to the scene of him calming down the Red Hulk. And it could be biased because I love Harrison Ford so much, but he's the only performance that I particularly enjoyed. Anthony Mackie, I hate to say it, he is not lead man material. He's not. He's always going to be a supporting role guy in my eyes. He can be really funny, he can be really great in scenes, but I don't think he can lead a whole movie, and this movie kind of showed me that and put that in stone for me. He's just not really interesting. He's very, like, seeing him in interviews and in real life, they should have took that and used that in the character. I don't know why he just felt so toned down in this movie, and it felt too like patriotic and political, and he was just trying to be like it was just like it was just very like just safe. Like, nothing was interesting about this character. I wasn't invested in his story at all. I was like damn near dozing off towards it. It's just for him as Captain America, it doesn't do it for me. I liked him a lot as the Falcon, and this is not me being like he's nothing like Chris Evans. He can never be the original. Like, that's not me. I don't have a huge love towards MCU movies. There's specific ones that I really like, but I don't have like an affinity or like a loyalty to Chris Evans as Captain America. He was great, but nothing I was obsessed with. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like that. It's just he doesn't have the aura, bro. I hate to say it. Anthony Mackie as Captain America just has no aura. The wings are cool. The shield is cool. The suit is cool. But just him as a character, it was just very boring. And then you have the new Falcon, the Hispanic new Falcon, and it's the same character trope we've seen time in and time out. The guy who's overly excited and the nervous, awkward, like, oh, sorry, I shouldn't have done. Like, bro, we've seen this so many times in every movie and every new addition to MCU. Like, Ant-Man did it, everybody, Spider-Man did it. Like, everyone who's excited to be here, they do the traditional. They ask, when can I meet Iron Man, or when can I meet Captain America? Do you think I can meet Ant-Man? Like, those jokes aren't fun anymore. We've seen this trope time and time again. To me, it's just, I'm just so over it. Like, that's just his whole character. And he has some emotional scenes towards the end. I wasn't feeling it either. Just I want to be the best. Like none of this movie like it made me feel emotional at all. It was just again very safe. They did all the Marvel points. The not so great humor. Action scenes were solid. They dropped little things to get us excited for the next movie, like the adamantium, the stuff that's in Wolverine's claws. Um, there's other little Easter eggs like the Celestial. They didn't really nothing happened with that either. Like they just do these little things to get nerds excited for the next movie, but they don't. Nothing really was solved or moved the story or progressed in any sort of way in this movie. And again, I didn't hate it. I wasn't mad. I wasn't like I didn't feel like my time was wasted. It was just very safe, very played by the book Marvel movie. It kind of felt like, you know what I'm saying, like for example, I had to pee so fucking bad towards the end of this movie. My bladder was at max capacity, and of course you gotta wait for the end credit scene. So you know they have the first. Usually there's two end credit scenes in Marvel movies, and there was only one in this one. The movie ends, they show Captain America, Brave New World, and they do the little quick, fast credits or whatever. And that's when the first one's supposed to show up. Nothing happens, and they go to the traditional credits rolling. Waited the 10 minutes, and all it is the leader in prison being like, something's coming. Be ready. Like, bro, come on. That was like the safest, like, what I feel like from these movies is like shit. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what the next phase is, but like that's pretty safe. That should get the nerds happy, right? It kind of feels like this whole movie kind of feels like here you got everything you wanted, right? You fucking nerd. Like here's your fucking little movie. Like I don't know. That's just how it felt. That is further proven by like the shitty cameos that we all know what's gonna happen. Like the Bucky cameo. Oh my god, dude! Like the Bucky. Like we all knew he was gonna come. They had a whole show together, and their cameo wasn't cool. It was just like an advice thing. The joke was very like it was a serious moment, and then the punchline was, "How long did it take you to write that?" And I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm so over this Marvel movie thing, bro." And I'm not a Marvel hater. I know it's cool to hate Marvel movies, and I hate being this part of this group of nerds that like just hate everything. Nothing's good enough for them. Like this is how Star Wars is. That's how Marvel is. But I don't hate everything that Marvel puts out. Like I just watched Wakanda Forever for the first time this past weekend, and it was one of the best Marvel movies I've seen since Endgame. Like it's really good. It's like Iron Man 3 with all the emotional character building stuff, and then there's some cool action scenes, and you don't see the her in the suit to the final 30 minutes, and I'm okay with that. If as long as the story is great, it's pulling, I'm invested, the villain is solid, I'm there. But if it's just like a joke, talking, action, joke, talking, action, it's like I'm bored, bro. And this movie was insanely dialogue heavy about politics and the Sokovian Accords. Like, dude, this is like when when you read a comic and you're so excited to see the punching and the little. For me, I look forward to the little bubbles. Like, let me just see a little bit of dialogue. This movie felt like when you read a comic book and they have those giant paragraphs in the square, and you're like, "Fuck, do I have to read this?" In 1960, the Bruce Banner, like, bro, this is a lot of talking in this movie for a comic book movie. We have to understand what we are watching here. Wakanda Forever was different. Iron Man 3 was different. Those are huge character studies that really built up these characters. In Wakanda Forever, you're dealing with post T'Challa death. So we're dealing with all the repercussions of that, of Chadwick Boseman dying in real life, and they're trying to handle that correctly. But this is Falcon. This is Winter Soldier, bro. This is Falcon. Like, we can have fun. Let's just have fun. I don't know why MC movies just can't be fun anymore. Let me see some action. I'll take the shitty jokes if the action is solid and, something's moving and the main bad guy is badass. This is like, bro, I feel like this is such a manufactured Apple movie. It's just not, it was just okay and it was safe and I just wasn't a fan of it. You have to remember that at the end of the day, these movies are superhero movies. They're for kids. When I was a kid, to some degree, 2008, I was, I think, 8th grade freshman. 8th grade. That's when Iron Man came out. That's when The Incredible Hulk came out. That's the audience. We're supposed to see superheroes, explosions, fun. I had this thought so many times when the president is sitting in these political meetings talking about the Sokovian agreements. I don't know if Japan's gonna agree with that. Dude, I'm like, if a kid is watching this, bro, they're gonna be so bored out of their minds. Again, the action scenes are solid, but there's so much filler in between that of the political dialogue. Like, bro, it's for kids, and sometimes they forget that that's the primary audience. Yes, there are a lot of adult fans, and that's totally okay. But at the end of the day, these superhero movies should be for kids, and they need to keep that in mind, in my opinion. One thing that I'm not going to take credit for being my own opinion, but I saw this online and it made a lot of sense. But this definitely felt like the Incredible Hulk 2, a sequel to the original 2008 Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. And if that was the case, I'd be way more happy. If they put Bruce Banner in here and Falcon was like the side character, dude, this movie would have been way better because it has all of the characters returning from the 2008 Incredible Hulk and continuing that story with Thaddeus Ross, and even Betty comes back and she makes an appearance, and that's really cool. The same original actor, Olivia or something like that, or Liv something. She comes back, and that's a cool moment. I liked it. Some people said that cameo didn't hit. I liked it because I was obsessed with that Incredible Hulk movie when it first came out. So this is all randomly continuing events from a movie that came out in 2008. That wasn't really a big issue for me. But I'm just saying the point of it being Incredible Hulk 2, that would have made a lot more sense. Throw Bruce Banner in there, have him fight Red Hulk. It would have been 10 times cooler. But instead we get Red Hulk that's heavily portrayed in the posters and the trailers. You get him for a 15-minute fight at the very end. You're getting teased all the time. He's getting angry. Is it going to happen? No, not yet. His eyes turn red. Is it going to happen? Nah. His calves are getting bigger. Is it going to happen yet? He's getting mad. Nah, let's wait a little longer and wait to the end. Dude, don't show Red Hulk at all in the trailers. If that was like a surprise at the very end, you're watching Captain America, you have no idea that Red Hulk's going to show up, but you have an idea because Thaddeus Ross is there and he shows up. That would have been such a cool movie moment. But instead, to buy tickets, to ensure interest, we get Red Hulk trailers everywhere in the poster and popcorn buckets. We get like 10 minutes of them, and that, to me, man, when you look forward to something and there's not a lot of it, you just feel cheated a little bit. And with as far as the Red Hulk fight, again, like I mentioned before, it was beautiful. It was amazing. He is ripping off his wing. He's jumping millions of miles. The anger is there. Everything you want from seeing a Red Hulk on screen, you get it. That little itch gets scratched. It's done so well and so perfectly. That this really cool fight in the setting of cherry blossoms. Dude, that fight was so cool. I'm telling you, the action sequences, they are there. They're very few and far between, but they are solid. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm going to give you a second to guess how the Red Hulk fight concludes. So I'm going to give you a second. If you guessed, Captain America talks him down and says, "This isn't you," you were correct. Dude, I'm so upset, dude. I'm so over Thaddeus, are you in there? This is not you. Look around you, the cherry blossoms. This is not who you are. This is not who Betty wants you to be. This isn't you. And then, where am I? Oh my God, bro. Okay. The power in love and friendship. You can get through anything, even anger, even gamma radiation pulsing through your brains. When you are a completely Red Hulk, lost out of your mind, you're just so rage-filled. But you remind yourself of who you are and who your character is. Forget about all that stuff. You're a happy guy. Dude, I'm so angry, bro. I would throw this. I'm not going to. But it's just very like, can we just see like maybe Hulk get his ass beat and then he's like, fuck, oh shit, bro, you got me. Something like that. We've seen that in the 2008 Hulk. We've seen that in the Avengers movies with our new Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo with Black Widow talking him down. I know that's a huge part of it. Like, there's only so many ways you can calm down Hulk and like conclude a fight, but like I'm just over that a little bit. But that should have been Betty, his daughter, calming him down. That would have been an emotional moment. That would have maybe made me cry. That maybe would have made me like it a whole hell of a lot more if Betty showed up and made the Red Hulk go back to human form. That would have made so much more sense. But him talking to Sam, a guy he met an hour ago, and him, it just didn't work. Instead, they waited to show Betty like, oh, at the end. Like, it's not a cameo. It's not. It's definitely not. It's a character from a movie 15 years ago. They should have had Betty come out during that moment. It would have been so much cooler. It would have been way more effective. But instead, they wanted to do the shock factor at the very end. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense. But overall, concluding, I know it sounds like I kind of hated this movie. I'm not a fan of movies that play it safe, that are predictable, that just try to make everybody happy. There's nothing crazy. There's no leaps made. No pun intended, there were leaps made. There were no leaps made. There were no creative, crazy decisions. There were no really big jumps forward in the saga as a whole. And I'm okay with that if the movie in itself is cool. But they try to do everything. They try to Easter egg stuff. It was just It was okay. I'm excited for Thunderbolts. That's the next Marvel movie that's coming out. It looks good. Looks decent. I don't know if I'm gonna watch every little Disney Plus show and spinoff and Black Widow movie just to fully get all of it. Just gonna go watch it, but it looks decent. It looks good. The Void Sentry looks cool. Overall, Captain America: Brave New World. Definitely, I'd say go see this when it comes out on Disney Plus. Unless you want to see the Red Hulk, that is a treat watching him on the theater on the big screen. His big loud roars. But if you want to see it for that reason, go ahead and see it. Maybe you go watch it, have your own opinion on it. If you're a big MCU fan, go ahead and watch it. You don't know how long this is going to be going on, probably forever. But you never know how long you're going to be able to go to a theater and see a superhero movie. I don't know how long this superhero bubble is going to last, probably forever. But it's also a treat within itself to just sit down and go ahead and watch a Marvel movie, some popcorn and a Diet Coke. It's just kind of where movies are nowadays. Not everything has to be great. Not everything has to be sometimes a movie can just be a popcorn movie, and that's kind of what this movie is. Like I said, it's not bad. It's just very safe. It's just very okay. Not great or even good in any sort of way, in my mind and in my humble opinion. But again, who am I? Overall, I'm going to give this movie a 2.5 out of 5. Again, not bad, just okay. Let me know what you think about the movie. Did you go see it? What did you think? Do you disagree with me? Please let me know. I'd love to hear it. I started this channel so I can debate and discuss movies with y'all. Let me know. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like, holla at your boy.
Who goes first?
Let that bitch go first.